All right, Pisces. Overall energy. Something's come to a halt, something's stagnant, or was stuck in stagnant. I feel there's someone who's not making a move towards you, or you're not making a move towards someone, okay? Could be someone that you're dealing with who was anyways very slow moving and now they're not moving at all. All right. Someone's not, that energy of chasing and pursuing is not there, okay, right now. Could be dealing with a soulmate, but there is definitely someone here who's coming back, who's come back from you, who's come back to you from the past, okay? There's been good, exciting communication, a lot of passion between you guys, all right? All right, I see. So with the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups here, I feel there was a reconciliation, okay? If there is not, I think there is a reconciliation coming up. Like I said, you can be anywhere on the timeline, all right? It depends on you, on your story. So I feel that there's a soulmate coming back towards you, okay? Or someone does not have to be a soulmate, could be someone from the past life, or could be just someone who deems that you're their soulmate, or this is how you look at them, okay? But someone with a significant difference between you both, okay? What I'm getting here is that there is a reunion here, there's a reconciliation here, but things are still stuff, okay? There is no moving forward. Again, things are, again, on a standstill out here is what I'm getting. Right now, you guys seem to be very happy, okay? Very optimistic. And whatever's going on, there's a lot of clarity out here. Maybe there was a lack of clarity before, but now there's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of optimism. You're looking at things from a brighter perspective of you, okay? What is your challenge is that there is still a huge element of crying over spilled milk, all right? With the Five of Cups here as your challenge, I feel that there's still that element of, more than anything, I feel it's more like someone who's still focused on the past. You're still, no matter how happy you are, the sun can also be something where you're trying to show people, okay, that everything's very bright and happy, okay? But from within, what is your immediate challenge is to stop crying over spilled milk. Stop focusing on the energies. Stop focusing on energy on things that are already gone, which is already in the past, okay? If the sun is not here, it is coming into the current situation, okay? So there is clarity here, that the happiness is here, but it's up to you. If you want it, you will have to move forward, okay? You will have to focus on the positive things and let go of the negative things, okay? You'll have to stop living in the past, in short, okay? Because that is your biggest challenge. On your mind, you want commitment, or you're just very, very focused on your work. You're focused on your family, your kids. The King of Pentacles is the bread earner of the family, okay? It's not about the gender, but it's more about someone who's very, very focused. They look at longevity, okay? They look at commitment. They look at family. That's a very traditional person, okay? They like something long term, okay? So that's what's on your mind. So either this is commitment or this is you being focused on you, all right? However, the entire issue is because I feel that you're probably dealing with someone who's still not making a move towards you, okay? Maybe you want this commitment. Maybe you want someone to be very stable towards you. This person was anyways very slow moving towards you, and now things have come to a complete halt, all right? And now, I think you are the one who's losing interest and passion in this person, okay? You're taking a step back, and with the King of Pentacles, I feel you're focusing on yourself is what I'm getting. It could be anything. Even if commitment is your focus, okay? You're like going to be like, if you're not making a move towards me, I ain't doing shit. That's what I'm getting. Because you're losing interest and passion. That's the reason for the reading. That's the root of the issue. Maybe because you're still crying over spilled milk. It's, you know what, Pisces? It's like you have a choice with the sun here to be happy, to look at things optimistically, to stop controlling the outcome. You have that choice. But with the Five of Cups here, you have a resistance. You're constantly resisting your happiness from coming in because it's like that the past regret is overplaying. It's replaying in your mind, okay? Again and again and again, which is blocking the sun again. So I see Five of Cups as an obstacle out here rather than influence, all right? The obstacle out here is this. That's your immediate challenge out here. In the past, I see that you could have given a lot to this relationship, okay, to a point of exhaustion. You almost made this person your priority, and you were like the last priority in this person's life. Even if it wasn't like that, you were just giving and giving and giving, and gave to a point of exhaustion, to a point where you felt like you just stopped realizing your worth and value, okay? And like I say, we decide and we teach people how they treat us, okay? So the way you treat yourself, that's how people treat you. So you probably could have given so much to this relationship at a point. There were just no healthy boundaries is what I'm getting, okay? There was just no boundaries. It was anything and everything that this wasn't wanted, and there were no boundaries, you just gave and gave and gave and gave, okay? To a certain point, I'm getting there was a codependent relationship. Maybe you were very codependent on this person and you didn't realize your self-worth and self-esteem. That's why I see that with the Knight of Swords in reverse here, in the near future, you're holding back. So you're holding back from this person. Maybe earlier you had a habit of, I'm sorry, maybe earlier you had a habit of rushing in, okay, or wanting to communicate or confront this person, okay. Every single time you had an issue, you just wanted to rush in and talk to this person, like, what's going on? I need answers. Let's talk about this. Like I'm getting you were the one who was pursuing this relationship. You were the one chasing this relationship, okay. You're not doing that anymore. Queen of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. You're not doing this anymore. You're losing the interest. You're losing that mojo. You're not getting that mojo back to pursue this anymore. And probably I feel with the Knight of Pentacles, remember, this is you. This is you. What you're doing right now is, I think that you need to make a decision. But I think, what you're doing, you're holding off from making a decision. Either you're making a decision to step back because you feel that you don't have all the information that you need to make a choice of whether you want to walk away or whether you want to be here. So you're choosing a middle road, okay? You're choosing the midway because you feel it's just safer, right? Well, maybe because in your emotions, I feel you have hope. You have faith. You know that this is a destined and fated connection is what I'm getting. That's why you're holding back from making any impulsive decisions, all right? You're not rushing into this. You're holding back again because you don't want to jump into conclusions this time. That's why you're being indecisive right now. But where this indecision looks like a good indecision to me, it's almost like I don't want to rush in and make a decision because I still don't know. I still don't have all the cards on the table, okay? Well, here you do. But well, in your mind, you don't have all the cards in your mind, okay? So you're holding back. However, the person that you're dealing with is quite a control freak, all right? So keep that in mind, okay? This person is very hard to budge. Very difficult to change their mind, okay? And they're coming from a place of ego and stubbornness, okay? My way or the highway. And maybe this person is very hell-bent on not giving you what you want. Why? Because you want it. No, I'll give it to you when I want it. And that's the fight. That's the conflict that's going on between you guys. Right. So again, what I'm getting is you're dealing with someone who's coming from a place of ego. All right. This is a control freak. This is someone who knows that they've lost control over the situation. Okay. And now they're like going all over the place. This is someone who doesn't know. They're not investing their energy in the right way. Someone who lacks structure. Okay. They structure and stability. Could be dealing with a boss. Could be someone, who's very, very emotionally detached. Okay. They're not really the best people to be with in a relationship because all they just know is how to control. All right. However, with the likely outcome as the Devil in reverse, this is a good sign. You're releasing, you're freeing yourself. Could be this person, could be the situation, okay? It can be anything. But I feel by the end, because you're taking back your power, because you realize your self-worth, because you realize that this is probably not the correct thing. You know what? I'm getting that now from the masculine energy. Maybe you were always in the masculine energy. You were pursuing this. You were very forthcoming in this relationship. Now, you're pulling yourself back. Now you're in your feminine energy. You're focusing on everything and anything that makes you happy. And it's like, if you don't give me that stability, that's fine. I'm going to give myself that stability, okay? And I'm going to pull back my energies because I have given a lot to this relationship in the past, all right? So I'm going to completely stop. This is where I stop. And I'm not going to rush in anymore. If you message me, I'm not going to go all crazy about it. Unless you have anything stable to offer me, I'm not going to take action. That's what I'm hearing. This person still lacks boundaries, okay? This person could be someone, who just wants everything their way, like my way or the highway right now. You still keep giving to me as a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I don't want to take the responsibilities of a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but I want all the benefits of the same. Could be someone that you're dealing with like that, okay? Because they lack boundaries. This person does not have healthy boundaries. And actually, this is the reason why, because with the Emperor, look, we have the Emperor and Empress out here. This is the divine couple. But they're both in the reverse because they both lack boundaries. So I'm getting in the past, you lack boundaries. That's why now this person could have been very pushy towards you. Okay, like give and give and give and give, and they never gave anything back. That's why you were exhausted, and this person is still in that element. And you probably had that realization, you had that realization. The sun, again, the sun is an epiphany. It is an aha moment. It is a clarity. It is a realization, okay? There's some realization that you've had, okay? And I'm getting that realization could be something like you're not attached to this person anymore. You're detaching yourself from this connection or from this person because you realize that they're the devil. That's why it's in the reverse. You're releasing yourself because you could have felt very tied, bound, and restricted to this person. And now you're letting it go because you feel it has to be an equal give and take. I don't see the Six of Pentacles here, but I feel that you realize that this is not worth investing to. You're not putting your energy here. You're putting in your energy into something that you have the potential in or something that will grow, which is probably your work, yourself, your career, your family, your kids, whatever have you. All right. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. That was a good reading. And let me know in the comments below if this reading resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. That'd be really cool. And bye-bye.